welcome along and welcome back to Attingham Park. Today is the last day of February and we've got quite a bit to do still. We need to get the stones off here, off field 2B, so that we can finally merge this with field 2C by picking up the stones from there. But the main job we need to do today is to get our 7810 here and get the dual wheels off it, because we need to get a whole load of manure over onto field 13, along with actually a whole load of lime. It's low on both. So let's customize this tractor. We are going to take the rear twins off it. So we'll put the do we have some wire? We have some flotations, which would be quite useful for this, but they're 2,500. In fact, yeah, I am, for what we're doing for the manure spreading, I'm going to put the flotations on. So customize that. Yes. Okay, so that'll be a set of nice big wide tires on this. And we want to then hook this up to our new bunning spreader that we got last time. Now, I did a little bit of research and checked out whether the bunning spreader could spread lime, which would be really useful to us. And the conclusion was not very conclusive, to be honest. Basically, this spreader can do lime, but it seems you need to have an extra set of doors up the top to make it work properly, which this mod does not have. And also, looking at the mod, it is very, very difficult to set it up to do it. Let's go and get our front loader. So that basically led me to the conclusion that no, we wouldn't be using this for doing the lime spreading as well as the manure. We will keep going with our little spreader. It might be a little bit of work and a little bit of fun to do that, but we'll get a trailer in on it and get that done. So should be okay. Fill this up. It's going to take a little while for us to fill this up with manure, but shouldn't be too bad. This budding does hold a decent amount as well, so I'm quite happy with that. And yeah, look at this. That is really, really nice and working really, really well. That is going to be good. We should get a decent amount of manure onto field 13. Now, the reason we're concentrating on field 13 today, of course, is because we have our wheat to plant there next month. So big concentration in March to get the wheat into field 13 and get the canola into field 12B as it is now. And that should then finish those off, and that will give us then 4 days to get 3 fields planted with the sorghum, which is what we're looking to do after that. Really, really hoping that we can get all that done. I don't see why we shouldn't. We've got 2 pretty big fields to get planted is my only worry. But I don't think it's going to be that much of a problem. What might be a problem is this snow. If this settles, it is going to be an issue. We're not going to be able to get this manure spread if that happens. I'm kind of hoping it stays off. The flotation tires should keep us well from sinking if we find the ground gets a little bit less solid under us. Right, let's see how far this is gonna go though. Yep, we've got 13,200 liters on this. This tractor should be more than capable of pulling this and doing this. So I am going to take this down to the field and give it a try. So as with everything else on here, we've got no real computer enhancements at all. we're going to have a set level of manure that we're going to increase. Let's bring this on. We should have detected levels. I want to up my application rate. So deactivate application rate, and I want to put this up to 16. I think we had it before. Yeah, 16.4. Let's back this up a little bit. There we go. Right, that's too much. So I'm going to target it at there. So 60 kilograms. Yeah, that's what we want. 8.6. Turn it on. Oh, let's unfold the spreader. Turn it on. And away we go. And hopefully this will raise the level of nitrogen on the field quite nicely. I'm wondering how far a single trailer of this is going to go, though. I'm hoping it's going to be fairly good. If it's a good spread and goes a nice way, we'll be okay. Otherwise, I think we're going to be loading up multiple times here in order to just keep this going. Looks like there's enough in here for once down and once back, which is not too bad. It would be nice if it'd gone a little bit further, but I can handle that kind of journey. And there we go. 1%. Can I fill this a little bit in here? Let's see if we can get back on here. We're not sinking too far into the field. Flotation tires actually doing what they should, and stopping us having too much of an issue. There we go. Last of it out. Close that down, and we'll go and refill this and keep things going. Hopefully, it's not going to be too long before this snow clears. And in fact, the fact that it's not settling at the moment is a really good thing. Something I've been thinking long and hard about since our last visit to the farm on Tuesday has been what popped up in the shop right at the end of the video. It was a big surprise, and I'll show you what it was. It's this. There's a Massey Ferguson 6S available in the shop for, well, if I adjusted it to the setup I would like, which would have 155 horsepower, we'd leave the front point on it. We'd put GPS on it because it's a modern enough tractor for me for that. We're looking at 83,000 for a really good tractor to have on the farm, a really useful tractor to have on the farm. And I've been going back and forth about this so much because if we look in our own tractors here, this here, our 8340, that is about to hit 50 hours. Our 7810 is sitting at 46 hours. So my thought very much is replace the 8340 with that Massey. And I'm going back and forwards on it. It's so much older, this 8340 as well. I think I'm going to go and replace it. In fact, while we're waiting for this snow to clear, I've been going back and forward, and I'm thinking about modernizing the farm, and I'm thinking about how useful things are. And our 8340, in all honesty, it is getting a bit old. And it's really, I think it's time that we replaced it. So what we'll do is we'll repair it, we'll get it washed, we'll take it down to the shop, and I think we'll buy that Massey. It'll be the first non-blue tractor we've had on the farm, but I think it's just too good an offer to pass up. It is an extra, well, it's 50% off that. So we'll repair this, yes. We can't repaint here. We'll have to do that down at the shop. We need to give it a wash first anyway. But it's just, it will help us to start modernizing the farm, which is something I think we want to be doing. It will also mean that we can get a slightly more powerful tractor onto bits and pieces on the farm. And as things expand and as we modernize here, what we'll find is that we'll end up getting more powerful tractors than that Massey, and that will then leapfrog ahead. And I'm also less attached to this 8340 than I am to any of my 10 series tractors. So yeah, I think it's time. As great as our 8340 here has been, time to move it on and grab something new. So we'll bring this into the workshop here at the shop, park it up, and we'll get it repainted. 7,500, yes. But that takes it up to 22,530. So that is our part exchange price. Oh, look at this. The snow has actually settled. So that is not great. Right, here it is. Massey Ferguson 6S135. We're going to bump the engine up to a 155 so that we get 155 horsepower from it. We are going to put the Michelin tires on because that's my preference. Now, the Executive does have the GPS nodule on the top, or the Exclusive does, whereas the Efficient doesn't. And I think I'm going to go against what I originally was going to do. And I'm going to put the Exclusive on the top. What I'm going to take off, though, is the front 3-point mount. So that will save me 5,000, which is great. No front loader attacher, no Isaria. We're going to put that on the 7610. But GPS, yes, I want, because this tractor is going to be used for things where I want GPS, and we have the GPS receiver on the top. Total is going to be 90,000. So really, selling the other tractor has paid for... actually, I don't want that much of a front weight on it. Let's go with the 600 kilogram. Yeah, so that's paid for basically the upgrade to the Executive, and the upgrade of the engine setup has been paid for. And then the GPS is sort of on top. So this only has 16 hours on it as well, which is great. So we will buy that. Yes. Perfect. That is going to be incredibly useful to us, I think, going forwards. And we'll take this back to the farm. It is very weird driving this back to the farm. It is far more modern than anything else we have. It is going to be great, though, for the farm and moving things forward. Repair-wise, it's actually not too bad. It's in pretty good shape. So we can get this into our shed and park it up, I think. Yep. That is fantastic. Yeah, I'm not a huge red fan, but this is going to change things around here a bit and be really, really useful. Our 7610 here isn't having too much trouble with the snow. It's doing some very light work on the surface, so it's working through it. It's not actually sinking into it at all, so I'm quite happy to leave this, keep going, and finishing this off. It kind of needs to get done, this field, and we're not doing too much very deep with this. However, the one thing this will put a stop to is us actually getting back to doing the manure spreading with our 7810. So I need to get that loaded up, and then hopefully by the time this snow stops falling, the temperature will have risen enough for it to melt as well, with any luck. Field 13, I really, really want to get done today. It will set us back badly if we're not able to get it cleared. Because, simply put, we have a lot to do in the first 2 days of March. And both of them are big fields that need doing. So not getting the manure on there, not getting the lime on there, that is going to hit us hard in both instances. And we've got quite a bit of lime now. What I'm going to have to do, though, is take this little tractor down there with the bucket and a trailer and get the lime loaded up down there. I think we'll probably get a hired worker running the lime on the field. And then we can go and bring it back, fill it up at the edge of the field and get it going again. It's going to be a fair old whack to get that doing. I'm tempted to do the same with the manure. While we've got the snow falling here, we could go and get the trailer and our regular trailer, fill that up with manure here and tip that down at the field. And that way we would have a nice big pile of manure for us to go and just fill up at the side of the field. It would do... Well, we're going to need several trailer fulls. Or maybe... I was thinking I could fill up the truck, our big carting lorry with it. But I'm not sure I can, simply because I don't think my front loader arms on the Zebra here will actually make it over the side of our lorry. There's no good place to put the camera here. I think we're much better off, actually. First person like this. I'm going to be able to see everything and keep moving without much problem. Although, yeah, I can't easily see out the roof, but we're okay. That is another full trailer or another full spreader. Now, normally, I would get the 7610 to load up the trailer and get... and get some manure down to there. What I think I'm going to have to do, especially as it is still snowing, I don't want to hook our brand new tractor up to this job. So we'll take our flotations tired 7810 here and go and do this. What we use the 7810 for now is going to change. We won't be using it for things like the seeding anymore. We will go and use the Massey for that. We will probably use this for carting. This is actually a great carting tractor for us now. And will work well on the back of our Marston. We can get it to do some intermediate bits and pieces as well. I want to use the 7610 for things like rolling and probably weeding, not spraying, but yeah, spreading, that kind of thing, and for going behind the trailer for carting our seeds and bits like that. So yeah, that will be very useful for that kind of thing. Can we squeeze through here? Yes, we can. And that will be very useful for that. This tractor will also do all of the manure spreading and slurry spreading on the farm, because it'll be a really useful tractor for that too. Yeah, we can spread the load across our tractors still very well, and it should work out pretty well for us. Full trailer of manure here. We want to go and dump this down at the field as soon as we can. So as soon as everything melts, we'll get this tipped. Then we can come back. We can get another load of this, and we can get the manure. We basically get 3 loads of manure down by the field very quickly, very easily, and make sure that we keep things moving as smoothly as possible. I'm expecting the snow to stop, and yeah, in fact it has. The last few flakes are coming down, and soon the snow will stop falling, and hopefully after that it will melt and we can actually get this work done on the field. I've just had a thought. I wonder if our John Deere auger that we've got left over from when we had the gardens, I wonder if that is now able to move manure, because that would be really, really useful if it was. What I'm going to do is we'll just get the last bit of this. We'll try and see if this fits in the trailer. Hopefully it will. If not, we'll just have some left on here because we can't put it back in the pile. Bring that up there. And if we can stick an auger into this manure, that would be massively, massively useful. So, while we're waiting for this snow to disappear, let's take this over here. I'm going to drop the weight off the back of this as well, because I have a feeling we don't actually need the weight on the back of this while we're doing manure stuff. Which would be very, very useful because we can then use this tractor to maneuver the trailer about as well. There we are. Right, let's hook this up in here. Oh, covered in snow, this tractor's. Oh, yeah, look at that. Actually, that is definitely very front heavy now. It's not too bad. I mean, there is weight on the front, but the way this tractor is shaped and where this weight is, it's not too bad. Let's hook this up at the back. The downside we'd have is that this course requires a PTO to get it to function. So whatever we do, we will have to do that. Let's see if this can be reconfigured. So customize this. No, so this can't be reconfigured. We can't put manure onto the auger at the bottom of this. And yeah, the idea unfortunately is not going to work. So my hope will have to be that we can either connect this up with the auger at the back, or with the with the trailer and load it up fairly easily, or we're gonna have to go and get another weight. We'll have to see what we can do. I'm hoping things aren't going to be too difficult with this. We'll see how it happens though. We do of course have the bucket, and we have an alternate piece of kit, so we could take this down to the field and load up with the other bit. Right, what I'm going to do is get this detached from here. We'll take this and put this back on the bunning, and we're going to take this down to the field, and we'll probably have to use our zebra there to take the other trailer. I don't know how well that will work. We've got a fair amount of weight on the back, a fair amount on the front. Will this... Do you know what? If I'm gonna be taking a tool mostly full of manure down there, I might as well take a tool full of manure down there instead. And that'll help offset the weight of the trailer as well. So down and in, fill it up, close that up to keep it all in, and then we should be able to get a trailer full and a spreader full down to the field. And as soon as this all melts, be able... No, that isn't going to hook onto that. Be able to get this all tipped. But yeah, we're going to have to leave the weight here because it won't attach to the trailer with this weight. It's the wrong kind of attachment. Thankfully though, our 7610 has finished work. So yeah, a little bit left on that field. That is now cleared off, so this can come back, and not a moment too soon either. We can head back. We can go and start getting our manure spreader working again. And oh wow, I think this could probably do with a wash. We're back down at the bottom end of field 13 now that everything has nicely defrosted. We can take this and on to the field with this. Hide worker off. Still got the flotations on it, but that is absolutely fine. Kind of what we want. I bring this round here. Now, something I'm intrigued by is, can I get a hired worker to take this back? To take the hired worker off this, and we tip this down here. So we'll put a pile of manure just here. We should get 2 rows from here. And then, with any luck, we'll be able to send this back to the yard to go and get some more for us as well. We back up onto the pile slightly. It'll actually create a bigger pile for us. Yeah, like that. That's exactly what we want. This should be more than enough to refill our manure spreader as well. Now what I want to do, hired worker, and we're going to send that hired worker hopefully back to our yard. So I want to send it to about there-ish, I think. See if it makes it there. And nope. Now let's clear this off first. Right, let's create job. Go to start job. Okay. No, unreachable. Okay, we'll send it as close as we can then. Create job. Send you to there. Like that. Nope, it doesn't like it. Right, that's fine. We'll head back up there in a bit. Let's just turn this off. Enough mucking around with the hired workers. Let's open up the back of this and see how far we can get through this field. Spreading some wonderful manure at 60 kilograms of nitrogen per hectare. As with the slurry spreading that we were doing before, I'm trying to give a very approximate coverage. If we're getting 99% of the field covered with this, I'm pretty happy. It means that we're going to reduce our costs with fertilizer when we come to actually do that later on. We're not looking to do again an accurate fertilizer spread when we come to do the actual seeding. We'll do that later. Although now that we got the massey, we could actually do a more accurate fertilizer spread. But I want to come along later and do that. Really, we're down to 5%, which is not bad. Let's get that onto. In fact, no. What I want to do, let's turn that off. What I want to do is fill this up. We know that we can go then the whole way around the field and back on that. And if we fill up on a regular basis, we know we should have a decent amount of manure most of the time. But I am wondering if one of the ways we could make this better would be if we had a conveyor belt down here that we were able to just put this under, and it would grab the pile, load this up, and then just back at the farm we could have this tractor loading up the trailer, bringing it down here, tipping, and making things easier. I don't think it's going to take many more loads of this though. We are what? We're nearly halfway through the field of. Well, we are going to be halfway through the field of 3 loads, which is fantastic. That is going to make all the difference to us in getting all of our fields, getting our fields done. Because if this manure is going this far on here, it will go pretty far on field 12B as well. It'll go pretty far on field 14. Oh, we got so much manure to get spread though before we can do seeding. Yeah, the seeding is going to have to be very automated while we try and find a way to speed this job up, especially as we got to spread lime as well. I'm not sure how easy this is going to be We are just about full. I think maybe one more load from here. And yeah, so this trailer does hold more than one load of manure, which is brilliant. We probably going to need 2 more trailer fulls to do this. And yeah, there we go. And if not, then I think it'll be slightly less than that. So that's good news. Let's go and get this spread. See how far this goes. And I've just had a thought. We haven't put any lime in our rock crusher, any water, sorry, in our rock crusher yet. So that means it's not producing any lime. I need to go and get that sorted, because otherwise we're going to come to spread lime next time and have nothing to spread. I've got 14% left in my spreader, having come back down here. So what I'm going to do is just top up this with what we have left. We should then be able to go back up to the farm and get at least another trailer full. In fact, we'll probably take everything back up to the farm. There's no point in this sitting here. I do need to go and grab some water, though, and get that lime processing. And the more I think about it, the more I think I'm going to hire a lime spreader and get it here on this field. We'll just make everything much easier when we come to do it. Let's not whack our weight into our trailer. Yeah, be much easier if we can do that and get that to be less filling up, and we can use the Massey for that job. That will work fairly well. Although, to be perfectly honest, our 7810 here would do it just as well Right. That is done. Don't know how much more that gives us and how far that will go. Let's go check. 42%. Okay. But we've got less of the field to cover now. So, yeah, this might go there and back. Quite conceivably. Looking at how much of this field we have left, I think a single trailer might be enough to complete things. So I'm going to empty out the remains of what we've got in this spreader and then head back to meet up with my trailer and my front loader. And we'll go back to the farm with those two, fill that up, and that should be enough, I think, for us to complete this today. Now, one downside to doing this way, of course, is that we're loading this up here to tip it out at the other end to load it up again. So it is a little bit more time consuming that way. However, one thing it does give us is that little bit of extra manure when we're up there. So I'm hoping that the extra time is going to be worth it. If we need more than, or just more than one load in the manure spreader, then yes, this will absolutely have been worth it. And I will be very happy. If we only need one manure spreader full, this is more time consuming and is going to be taking us longer. It is already 5:45 and we are already losing the light. So we need to get this done this evening in order to be in a position to get everything done in time for next year's or for next month's seeding. So yeah, I'm kind of hoping. Otherwise, I think we might set the Massey going and seeding in 12B and seeding the canola in there. How much manure do we have left? How much manure do we have left? We have got where is it? Oh, it doesn't tell me here. Does it tell me here? Yeah, manure, 85,000 litres, 86,000 litres. So we've got plenty of manure to spread. And yeah, it looks like, well, I think in all fairness, with darkness fast approaching, we'll fill up this trailer tonight. And we'll have to take it down there tomorrow and finish that off. I think to get back on track, what we're going to have to do is let field 12B go as far as getting manure onto it. And just go straight away and plant the canola. If we can get the canola into there nice and early, that is then going to give us a nice head start. We can then get field 13 ready for the wheat, plant the wheat the next day, and get get the lime and the manure on there. And then we've got just field 14 and field 2 and field 1, I think, to finish off. So yeah, with the sun fading fast, we're gonna leave this here. So all that remains is for me to say
thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. Special thanks to all my patrons and channel members. Your support is invaluable in making these videos and helping the channel to grow. For more from Virtual Farmer, check out the links below, follow on Twitch to watch live, and for more videos, subscribe and ring that bell. I will see you next time. Goodbye.